Could please take their seats. We're about to begin. I ask that you please at this time silence any pagers or cell phones. Welcome and good morning. It is a great honor to be with you here today for the Peacebuilding Through Education International Conference. I would like to recognize our organizers, the Fountain Magazine and Peace Islands Institute, as well as our co-sponsors, New York Institute of Technology, Baruch College, Yale University, Quinnipiac University, and the Alliance for Shared Values. It's going to be an exciting day that we have planned for you today. We have 4 distinguished panels who will explore peace-building through education, perspectives from governments, mobilizing civil society for peace building, principles and methodologies in peace education, and peace as a shared ideal. First, however, I would like to introduce the editor-in-chief of the Fountain Magazine, Hakan Yeshalova.
Good morning. Honorary ministers, academics, and guests, welcome all of you. With your permission, I would like to offer my special welcome to our guests from faraway countries. Today we have guests from Australia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Tanzania, Belgium, Germany, United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, and Turkey. And I would like to welcome them all and thank for their participation. A few issues back this year, we featured in the Fountain Magazine an article titled The Missing Piece, authored by a very dear friend. The Missing Piece was a pawn that had gone missing on a stunning 12th century chess set, and which is on exhibit today at the Metropolitan New York Museum of Art. The author comments on this missing piece as follows. Looking at this chessboard, one cannot help but reflect on the still charged game of misunderstandings which pits East and West on opposing sides. Perhaps this missing foot soldier can presage the beginning of a new game, one where we are all on the same side of the chessboard, a game without confronting pieces and with reconciliation as the victor. One little piece missing is a big enough deficiency to start a game. Is this life a game? And are we in it to beat an opponent? There are different views as to how we should define our worldly life. But there's a growing consensus that the major piece missing today is a comprehensive education. An education that deals with the human as a whole. It's not just a pawn we're trying to make up for. If life is a chess game, education is the king. And when the king is gone, the game is already over before it can ever start. Education is not an issue within school hours only. And it does not end when one graduates from the school. We have learned from late Steve Jobs that a college degree is not sometimes an indispensable need for success. And thanks to people like him, out of 100,000 words each human is exposed to every day, only less than 1% is coming from formal education. Deeply inspired from Fethullah Gülen, a man who has devoted his entire life to education, dialogue, and tolerance, we at the Fountain and Peace Islands Institute believe education is a lifelong ladder to climb until our last day. Among the entire creation, the humans are born with greatest of all potentials, yet a great majority of all these potentials are dormant. No ready-to-use prior knowledge and ability for survival. And with the greatest dependence on others. All of these seeds planted in our makeup for so many of the fantastic qualities we possess wait impatiently to manifest themselves. And this is only possible through a thorough education. Education that helps us come to an agreement with this complicated phenomenon we call life. Life that we strive so hard to bring some sense out of it. Education for a meaningful life. John Nash's game theory idealizes a win-win result. He says a lose-lose situation is also a possibility if everybody focuses more on his opponent losing than on himself winning. In this game of life, we at the Fountain believe we all are on the same side. If we are to find an opponent or a challenge, we don't need to go too far or search for it in the horizons. We have a very powerful one right here in our souls, and through a thorough education only can it become a rocket ramp for us to rise, and our fragility becomes our greatest strength. This conference is one beautiful ring we're adding today to our chain of events and conferences we have been organizing for the last couple of years around the globe for the last several years, from Australia to Nigeria, the Philippines to Finland, Singapore to South Africa, dedicated to education, culture of coexistence, and peace. As I conclude, I would like to thank co-sponsors, the Baruch College, Yale University, New York Institute of Technology, Quinnipiac University, and Alliance for Shared Values, and especially the entire staff of Peace Islands Institute and the Fountain U.S. office for the precious efforts they have reserved to this conference. I also would like to offer my heartfelt thanks to Kaynak Holding Chairman, Mr. Naci Tosun, and Professor Irfan Yilmaz for their continued support to the Fountain and to this event. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much.